It's time to atone for your sins, sinners.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
This video is sponsored by me. Yes, this is my day look and my small business. If you're interested in joining my workout support group or my other business, Prodough Bakery, where I sell protein donuts, click the links below and don't forget to share this video, leave a comment, and hit the thumbs up button. Help me fight the YouTube algorithm. We know her as Cardi B, but her real name is Belcalis Almanzar. Born and raised in the Bronx, New York, her mother being Trinidadian and her father being Dominican descent. In Cardi's teenage years, she was actually part of a gang. What up, blood? What up, cuz? What up, gangsta? The Bloods. Cardi B was a blood. I relate. I'm from the streets too, the suburban streets. And it's hard out there with the housewives complaining about every little thing. She attended Renaissance High School for Musical Theater and Technology. Cardi and her family were extremely poor. She was in and out of abusive relationships, and to try and escape, she did what a lot of people do, especially nowadays, #OnlyFans. She used her body to her advantage and became a and still to this day, she is not embarrassed by it at all and said it saved her.
Did you like it? Did you hate it?
A lot of people want me to be like, oh, I hated it. It made me money. It paid my bills. It got me my own apartment. It got me my boob job.
It really saved me from a lot of things. When I started, I went back to school, where she ended up dropping out of, but it paid the bills. She started dipping her toes into social media and people loved her. Well, maybe not everyone, but she got attention. First starting on Vine and Instagram, then got her big break into reality television, Love and Hip Hop.
But Sal must have forgot I'm crazy. Just me looking at self, I just want to be his ass.
But her career didn't start taking off until 2017. She released a second album, Gangsta Volume 2, snagged a major record deal from Atlantic Records, nominated at BET Awards as Best New Rising Star and Best Female Hip Hop Artist. She released many viral top-of-the-chart songs, starring in a movie with J-Lo and collabing with very established and talented artists. Let's talk about her heathen husband, Offset. Offset and Cardi B dated for 8 months before he got on one knee and popped the big question, and Cardi said yes. I respect her grind as a woman. She came to the game with some gangsta, but unfortunately things went downhill very quickly. Rumors about Offset's infidelity ran rampant, but Cardi B stood by her man, defending him on Twitter, and life moved on. The happy couple eventually had a baby girl that they named Culture, with a K. On August 7, 2020, Cardi B released a song called WAP. This right here, for the people who don't know what it means. The music video that brought out the wrath of many men and conservatives. How dare a woman talk openly about consensual? This word. I'm a godly woman, I don't speak such filth. The music video started with a gate opening and rolling through a drive-thru with a spinning water feature of Cardi B with her stone chocolate chips squirting water. As we get closer to the white and gold mansion and climb the stairs, water seems to be seeping through the closed doors of the home. It's about to get very wet. We get into the mansion, the walls are colorful, and we are met with Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion wearing pink and yellow. They did various things through the video that I don't need to tell you. Just know it's very ungodly. Many people, men, were very mad. I'm sure some women didn't like the song, but I did notice an influx of men that were upset specifically about Cardi bragging about how she doesn't need to cook or clean, and she still got that ring.
I don't cook, I don't clean, but let me tell you, I got this ring.
And that moment, that very moment, this video and song came out, the moment those words left Cardi's lips, men knew their world would quickly fall apart. How dare such a loose scarlet of a woman speak so boldly? First of all, enjoy this, and talk about it, and worse. Now women everywhere are going to leave the kitchen, stop scrubbing the toilet that their men's hairy butt sat on, and still expects to get wed, and the men were exasperated.
You miserable, presumptuous, no talent! You're no artist, obviously don't have the talent. You don't have enough respect for yourself or other people, or what it is to express yourself. You suck! You're a no talent! You disgrace! You're everything that's gone wrong in this world. Hey!
It's a sin for a woman not to do all these traditional things. Ben Shapiro did a thing.
This is empowering stuff, guys. This is like Susan B. Anthony. This is like women fighting for the right to vote.
He even had to mention his wife is a doctor, and he took the liberty to ask her for a medical diagnosis for women who have excessive wet. Ben, if you can't get your wife's kitty wet, just say it. Cardi might be able to help you. There's a ton of videos, tweets, Facebook posts that I ran by when this was still new of people just complaining that Cardi B is not wife material. Don't worry, boys. She's not going to marry any of you. You're not husband material for her, so the feeling's very mutual. Everyone wins. I found it very funny these men were saying how explicit Cardi's songs were, but then they listen to other rap songs and genres that have the same message. Men, if you're mad at Cardi B, I want the same energy for all of these various people. I thought so. Unfortunately, the WAP was not as good as the song made it sound. In September 2020, Cardi B and Offset filed for divorce. And I can hear the men in the comment section right now saying, see, she's not wife material. He left her. Well, actually, she filed for the divorce, so now we all know that divorce is a sin. We should all cherish and hang on to every single marriage, because marriage, no matter the quality of marriage, is beautiful and bound by God himself, and that shouldn't be broken. But there's a part of Cardi B that is twisted, evil, disgusting, and I'm so surprised that with the ever so popular #MeToo movement, this isn't talked about more, especially among the feminists. Well, get ready, Cardi B stans, to get mad at me and deflect Cardi B's sins just because you want to sing about how wet your lady parts are. Atrocious. But for my Cardi B stans and people who can logically think and don't mind, even if you do enjoy their music, to call them out and say "Sir!" when they're going against the God that they should be serving. What if I told you that Cardi B openly talks about domestic men and stealing? Don't believe me? She admitted to it. All of it. In a rant on Instagram Live, rapper Cardi B admitted she used to drug men and rob them when she worked as a stripper.
I had to go straight. I had to go, oh yeah, you wanna yeah, let's go to this hotel. And I drug up and I robbed them. That's what I used to do.
This actually sparked the #SurvivingCardiB hashtag, which was in reference to #SurvivingR. Kelly, the documentary that covered the claims against the R&B singer. You know, the guy that many people refuse to even listen to his music, but will still blast Cardi B talking about she's a queen. Just saying. But many people saw the hypocrisy in this and were furious. Some fans compared her to Bill Cosby. Some fans argued that the situation is a double standard, as Bill Cosby is in prison for similar behavior. They even have R. Kelly in the back trying to catch up. Well, Cardi responded to the critique or the hate and said, I made the choices that I did at the time because I had very limited options. I was blessed to have been able to rise from that, but so many women have not. Whether or not they were poor choices at the time, they were. I did what I had to do to survive. Some of Cardi B's peers even stepped forward to comfort her during this hard time. Maria Lynn, a fellow member of the reality show Love and Hip Hop New York,
The party between Cardi and Soph's other chick. I figured I'd call her up and see how she was doing.
commented, well said, boo. We all have been there and had to do we not proud of. But the important thing is you continue to rise above. You are an inspiration, baby. And the hate is going to always be strong, but the love will overpower it. Oh, how delightfully nice of them. Stans who are watching and probably very upset. Let me ask you a question. What would happen if all of those heinous sins came out about R. Kelly and Bill Cosby? And one of their good old buddies said, don't worry, man, you're an inspiration. These people are just hating. Love will overpower the hate. What do you think would happen to that person? That's what would happen. While making this video, I enjoyed learning about the backstory of the woman that I always hear go, Cardi B. Many of my friends idolize Cardi B, so it was just kind of cool to listen to the backstory. I have to say, it's very easy to like her personality. She seems very bubbly, comfortable with her sexuality, the type of girl that's going to do whatever she wants to do, even if it's making people look at her like she's a whore type of chick. And I'm all about that. Oh, come on, we all know that nuns are naughty. And then when I got a little deeper and found out a tad bit more, it does make you scratch your head. Why isn't there more demand to have her investigated as they would with a man saying these things? Hell, she confessed to so many sins to the public and people just caressed her cheek and gave her the #1 spot for talking about how wet her hoo-ha is. I can't imagine anyone not admitting that it's a deep double standard. I mean, come on, my feminists, let's be real. If Ed from 90 Day Fiancé bragged about slipping something into some woman's drink, would we be very happy or would we be enraged? Same energy! So why isn't she locked up? Well, it's because you would need the victims to come forward, and most likely these men won't come forward and say, yep, I paid money so that I could gain access to that good old WAP. So instead, Cardi gets to low-key brag, all while manipulating her audience and making them feel bad for her by saying, I did what I had to do to survive. I drugged those men and took their money because I had to survive. Can you imagine if Bill Cosby said that? Good Lord, I swear to God, if y'all are up in the comment sections popping off. Also, this tweet where Cardi B contradicts herself. So Cardi's extremely protective fans / stans are not all that fond of her husband or ex-husband. I don't know. I think they recently got back together, but anyway, they accused him of being this word and want Cardi B to leave him for good. Well, Cardi responded, very irritated with her fan base. Abuse. Girl, I'm the one that do the hitting and the talking. I'm just a crazy. One day I want to smack it and leave. The next week I want to ride his face and get the rag. You be trying to analyze too much. We are just simply dysfunctional. She literally said in the same breath of a tweet that she's not in an abusive relationship by screaming at the top of her Twitter lungs that she physically beats her husband. It's right there. You can't deny it. It's right in front of your face. This is far from a dysfunctional relationship. Let's not sugarcoat it. Let's call it what it is. You know, I see a lot of women getting upset when men bring up this point, but I'm a sister. Plus, I've been doing it this whole video, so what's one more example? The good old gender card. Let's just say Chris Brown, especially with his past, posted a following tweet about a recent relationship that people didn't like and accused his significant other of being not that nice of a person. Abuse. Boy, I'm the one that do the hitting and talking. I'm just a crazy man. One day I want to smack her, and the next day I want her to do things to my eggplants. How would you guys feel? What would you all do? What do you think would happen?
Patriarchy.
So will I still listen to Cardi B? Yep, y'all already know me. If I still listen to Step in the Name of Love, you know I'm gonna be telling you that's what I like. Plus, I want Ben Shapiro to know that I have an excessive moisture condition down there. Come here, Benny. Do I find her inspirational? I can see why people think that she's an inspiration. I guess it just depends on the person. What's inspirational to you is inspirational to the next person. But it literally is a rags to riches type story, and she kept her personality the whole way through. I just really wanted to point out the double standard that I see many people sweep under the rug for Cardi because she's a woman, but then marches in the streets when a man has similar behavior. Like I said, when I put Step in the Name of Love in my stories, a buttload of you have an issue. I put Cardi B in my stories all the time, and all I get is this. And a lot of virtual twerking. And yes, I love this song. So she's not really an inspiration to me, but she does have music that I tend to like that makes my none but jiggle. But is she an inspiration to you? Do you find men and then stealing their money inspirational? Let me know in the comment section. Confess your sins down below so that I can stand behind you and stare at you in disapproved Catholic.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drip, yeah, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drip, yeah, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. I've been on the flex since flex on. Neighborhood.